I feel like we're so chill.
Yeah.
Beth is going to fall asleep.
Beth is sleepy.
Beth, test your mic.
It works.
Okay.
It's just so close to me.
Tyler, I just think you're too excited to go back to school and we can't relate.
I want to.
I know. I think you just miss hanging out with us every day.
Probably. Yeah. She knew what I meant.
That was so aggressive. I love it.
I do miss school.
Yeah.
In a month in, when I'm like, oh, I need a break, just remind me of how I was. So,
Yeah, we'll play this episode back for you.
yeah, play back. Hey, we got this episode. This is a good one. There's a good one. A real good one.
You're being so goofy.
Don't you think?
Yes.
I've been pent out.
is.
I was thinking, I have not driven my car in 4 days.
You need to go experience the outside world.
I did. I mowed
Touch
my
the
lawn.
grass.
I mowed my lawn. I touched a lot of grass.
You rode on top of it.
So I cannot wait for people to hear this interview with Midge Smith.
Woo!
And
If you don't know who that is, Tyler will explain.
yeah, you live under a rock.
Police listeners.
Police listeners?
Bullies.
Bully. Go to Netflix, type in a show, Love on the Spectrum,
USA.
USA. Ooh, there's a non-USA version?
Australia.
I would watch just for the accents.
Yep.
Okay, anyway, US version. And a great show. Like, before we were even doing the podcast thing, I knew about this show. My wife
love it.
watched it and told me about it. I'd seen a couple episodes. But there's a gentleman on there, Tanner.
Netflix's biggest ray of sunshine.
Yes, award winner. And we interviewed his sister Midge, who is a teacher
Yep.
in South
Carolina.
Carolina.
3rd grade, 2nd year.
Yes, she was. Well, you have to just watch, but she was, yeah. And it was awesome. So it a little bit of a format. We zoomed her in, so we have it on the screen, a little bit of cut up there.
I love how this intro, you really just jumped into introducing the guest and we haven't talked about our lives at all.
Well, I mean, are our lives that cool?
Literally
Comparatively?
every other episode, we have to cut you off because we're talking about our lives for so long in the intro.
Okay, so you guys are just like mourning the death of summer.
Yes.
So, like,
actually,
there's not
I
much to
am
talk
in
about.
Morning. Well, I can talk about that. I threw things in my room because I had a full-on crash out Mentee B.
It's not that bad. Anyway, tell us about throwing things. What'd you throw? Wait, hold on. You guys ever been to those like restaurants or whatever that like you can pay to go throw silverware and plates and stuff against the wall?
No, I didn't even know that was a
I didn't
thing.
think that was a restaurant. I've heard of like the
like break rooms.
the destruction.
Yeah.
rooms.
Oh.
It's
Well-
not like a restaurant. That you go
Well, you're throwing plates, so in my head it was a restaurant.
No, they're literally like an escape room, but you like go and like break shit.
like you have a bat and things like you go and break old TVs. Like they have whole rooms set up for you to just
Yeah.
go.
What?
A
Okay.
rage room is what it's called.
Wouldn't it be cool if it was a restaurant and when you were done, you went and threw your plates at the wall, like in the designated area?
Yeah, I just don't know how cost effective that would be as a business model.
Well,
though.
you charge
You
$5.
wouldn't have to have a lot of dishwashers.
Valid. The money you spend on dishes.
And you could have them pay what, an extra $10, $12.
True. You could
Yeah.
just go to a
Right.
thrift store too and like buy all your plates. You
Hey,
don't even have
if
to have
you
nice
are an
ones.
entrepreneur and you've been thinking about a restaurant, hit up Gavin with the Gaggle. We got you. Like, bet that was a good call. No dishwashers, water bills. No, like, you don't have to have much water to run the dishwashers, the people.
The
Yeah.
emotional regulation from the adults.
Literally though.
Being able to let out their anger before they go back out.
You just need cooks and servers.
Yeah.
Bam. Okay.
You ever watch Emerald? Bam, bam.
Bam, bam, bam. Yeah,
I used to call him the Bam guy.
the Bam guy. I love Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know that was his last name.
Nope, his name is Emerald the Bam guy.
Bam, bam. What's new? Okay, no, we've already had you. You were throwing things in your room, bamming.
Yeah, I did also do a craft fair in Homer, and that was pretty
Homer,
good.
Nebraska, not
Yeah.
Homer, Alaska.
Correct. Homer, Nebraska. It was pretty
Those
good.
rhyme.
Yeah, that's on the back of Marty's bus. It says from Homer, Nebraska to Homer, Alaska. I made him a cute little logo.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drove backwards to go to Homer, Nebraska to start his journey and then drove to Homer,
He drove in
Alaska.
reverse. Beth, what's new with you?
I am drowning in stress. I just have a lot of things to do and not a lot of days to do them.
We got a lot of time and not a lot to do. Up, flip that, reverse it.
Yeah.
Willy Wonka style.
Dun, 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 and reverse it. Dun, 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 dun.
That's Missy Elliott, not Willy Wonka.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I have to pack. I go to Wisconsin Thursday morning.
the
Are you
things
going
you're
to the
doing are fun
Wisconsin
things.
Dells?
We are next week, so we're starting out on the way there. We're going to my little tourist attraction that I wanted to go to.
What is it?
It's called House on the Rock.
Ooh.
And they say it can take up to like 2 days to get through, but from what I remember, there's like an outdoor sculpture garden walkthrough area, and then there's just a bunch of rooms of nonsense, like this room of just all velvet walls.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah, like it's just
That's in
it's
Wisconsin
ADHD
too?
heaven. Yeah, and then we'll go to Chicago on
I
Friday,
want to go to Wisconsin.
and then we'll go to the Science Museum on Friday.
Mike, I want to go to Wisconsin. I want to feed the red panda and go to this house.
Mm-hmm. And then we
Tyler's
have-
so annoyed with us.
I
today.
know. He asked what was new, and now I'm telling him, and now he couldn't care less.
Because he just wanted to talk about Midge because he's really excited.
No, I want to talk about what I did this
Oh
week.
my God. We'll let Beth finish.
then
Sorry,
you
I'll
should
stop
know.
interrupting her.
She's talking about a science museum.
I'll stop interrupting.
in a house on
And
the
then
rocks.
we have a family reunion on the weekend, and then we're
Family
going to
reunion.
Wisconsin Dells.
The Dells.
There's a zoo there and you can feed red pandas.
Ashley and her zoos. I think we talk about
Yeah, we do talk about
in
the
this
zoos.
episode.
I invite Midge to bring Tanner to the Omaha Zoo.
Yes.
Remember when I was like, guys, don't let me be weird. I fangirled so hard. Invites them to the Omaha Zoo.
Talks about favorite zoo locations. I think we talked about the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the zoo. And we talked about the Indianapolis Zoo where Marty almost got kicked out for holding the shark fins. And then Touch Tank.
Wait, you didn't tell us he almost got kicked out.
I've heard that before.
Oh, I think I talked about that when I was telling you should go to the Indianapolis Zoo when you were going.
We drove by the Indianapolis Zoo like a dozen times.
And you didn't go? Wow, rude.
I watched Happy Gilmore too.
Hey, I did too.
I did too.
What?
A lot of people I've seen, like, you either hate it or you love it. Where were you guys?
Indifferent.
Boo.
I thought it was good for what they left us with in the first Happy Gilmore. Like, the Happy Gilmore didn't really have a lot of like strings and storylines to build off of.
That's
So I thought for
really a
that
great way to put that.
reason it got its job done. It made us laugh.
Are you guys conservatively, how many times have you seen Happy Gilmore? One.
25 to 30.
So a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I love Happy Gilmore. One of my, I don't know, top 3 Adam Sandler movies, maybe like top 10 all-time movies. I felt like as a standalone movie, Happy Gilmore 2 was like meh. But as a complete callback and like just the
amount of like cameos and shit. in it,
74, I heard. 74
and like,
like
big
cameos.
people.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah. And the story of how that came to be was pretty interesting. Like he did not want to ask Eminem. He's like, I didn't want to bug him. Like, he's a busy guy. And
Literally me with Midge.
Kelsey Plum from the WNBA, Reggie Bush. The one that the thing I loved is obviously his Adam Sandler's daughter and daughters and his wife. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Beth is looking at me like, no.
I was thinking about something else, so I just started listening to you. That's why I'm looking at you.
And the other actor, the guy that plays Hal. Welcome to my world, Grandma.
Yeah.
That guy.
Like, now your back's going to hurt. 'Cause
Yeah.
You just put landscape into it.
His son was in it.
Yeah, Mike says that every time he has to help with Ashley Ray makes things. Because, yeah.
I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
No, not that one.
That's what I was thinking.
No, he's always like, he'll like joke about like, oh, my
My
back
hands
hurts. And I'll be like, yeah, well, now your fingers are going to hurt because you just pulled lanyard duty.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
I didn't know who Bad
because-
Bunny was. Did you?
Yeah.
No, Ashley
you were
didn't.
asking Ashley?
Ashley didn't.
Oldies.
Yeah, I just don't really get out of Law and Order much.
No, but Bad Bunny is also so big in the Hispanic community. Like a lot
I
of our
know-
kids know. Like
yeah.
his songs.
Well, I know, but I don't know.
I know
don't
the
that.
concept of Bad Bunny, right? Like, I know music and Bad Bunny exists. I would not know Bad Bunny if Bad Bunny ran into me.
Or was on a movie that I watched.
Well, I was also painting because I've been working on my fairy garden.
I eat pieces of you eat pieces for breakfast?
I thought it was really cute that he had a little scene where now I can't remember his name, but
Cameron.
yeah, he was on TV, like a scene from Jesse that he was in was on.
Because in Grown Ups, that actor played his son.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
Nice little nod.
Yeah. Gavin judges movies.
Oh my God.
No. No, thank you.
So, anyway.
Now you can get back into your.
The interview is great.
Yeah.
Um,
It was a really good time. I feel like it was one of those I was just like, whoa, what the heck? Like, you actually want to talk to us? Like, we're 3 teachers in Iowa.
I will admit we cut the video, and I was like, okay, I have some questions, like, because just getting to know her personally was like pretty cool, and
just very like genuine, and
Yeah.
like I just think too to like she took time out like an hour of her day to talk to us, like 3 nobodies,
right.
you know, like
And like she was like, yeah, we were on Kelly Clarkson twice and met Jack Black, and I'm just like, you're talking to us? Why?
Yeah.
What? But I couldn't have felt any more important to her. Like, she gave us her full attention, answered questions and asked questions. Like Midge was like asking about us.
Yeah.
And I found that was kind of cool. Like,
because we're so cool.
yeah. Right. But yeah, we don't need to delay it much longer. Beth's going to fall asleep if we do.
All right. Let us know what you think. Also, if you're a person listening to this for the first time, go back and listen to all our other episodes.
Yes.
And if you'd be interested in being on the podcast, let us know. Shoot us an email. I think it's on all our socials, or message us on any of our socials.
Yeah. Get to know the gaggle.
Gab with us.
Gab with the gaggle. A Silly Goose Teacher
good.
production. Wah, 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 wah. With that, enjoy the episode.
Jinx.
Bye.
Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt the episode here, but this is Tyler with Gavin with the Gaggle, and I have to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Our sponsor that I want to give a shout out to and big thank you to is Solid Ground Landscaping. They are local right here in Siouxland. They are licensed, they are insured, all that good stuff to make sure that the job is done right. And give Lexi or Drake a call. They, again, service Siouxland. They go to surrounding areas as well, up north as far as Lamars, and down south is maybe Ottawa, Salix, Sloan, all that area and all around. If you're unsure, just give them a call. Get a quote on your job that you need done today. Anything from general cleanup to full landscaping, retaining walls, and concrete work. Again, Lexi or Drake, let me give you that number here. Let me look it up. It is 712-899-1873. Again, 899-1873, Solid Ground Landscaping. Do me a favor, go look them up on Facebook, give that page a like, and just remember, they're there to help, and they do great work. Personally speaking, I know. All right, back to the episode. See ya.
All right. Hey, welcome to Gavin with the Gaggle. I'm Tyler.
Hey,
Hi,
Tyler. I'm Beth.
Hey,
Beth.
Beth. And I'm Ashley.
Hey,
Hi, Ashley.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
1, this is Gavin with the Gaggle. 2, we have a super cool guest. And our format's a little different if you haven't noticed. So we're through Google Meet. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, this is Midge Smith. I'm currently in South Carolina. I live here. I'm Tanner with Autism's little sister. So that's kind of the connection and how I got connected to this podcast. But I'll be a second-year teacher this year teaching 3rd grade. So I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thanks for
thank
being
you.
here. Go Go ahead, Ashley. We always usually start with a bell ringer, but we're going to do it a little bit different and do the classic teacher meeting icebreaker.
Ooh, okay. Ready.
So we will just all share. If you couldn't be a teacher, what career path would you choose and why?
Can I give a couple?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure.
I'm a big like dreamer. I really see myself like I'll do a bunch of different things throughout my whole life. I would love to be a hairstylist one day. I think that would be fun.
Okay.
I would love to have my own coffee shop. I was barista all through college. So like create my own coffee shop and like create that space. And I love the service industry. And I love to travel as well. I've lived abroad a lot. I would love to be like a travel journalist and just go around and hear people's stories. I'm not a great writer. My sister's the writer in the family. I love to talk to people, like strangers, and just hear their stories. Clearly, I'm like very, social, and
Yes.
and I also love to travel. So right now, I'm like praying about a way that I can travel and hear people's stories and document it somehow.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. What about you
That'd be
guys?
so fun.
Anybody?
My main things, I would love to be a marine biologist.
Oh,
That would be a lot of fun. Or a wildlife photography person.
Okay.
Photographer.
Photography person.
Right.
Like, it's so close.
Suffix on there.
Or just something, in the service industry, but more on like the chiller side of coffee shops and things like that.
yeah, sweet. Maybe we can open one together, but I'm not moving to Iowa. So.
That would be a great excuse to get out of here.
I mean, South Carolina, you could be like closer for some marine life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go to Charleston. There you go.
I thought I had my preconceived thought, and then you were kind of sharing yours, and it made me realize like I just love talking to people, and I don't, I'm gonna say be an entertainer, but not in the sense of like not like a movie person, but
Somebody
like
come get him.
but like a host of some kind, like just to interviewing people.
You're living your dream
I
right
am.
now.
I would say a late night host, but I guess current now, like now late night's not going to be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's leaving. But just being I love hearing people's life stories.
Yeah, me too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I feel like I've always had this dream of giving tours at the zoo. I know that's so random, but I think I just love to go to the zoo. And I don't really know a lot of facts about animals, but I could be like, hey, there's the tiger.
That is so true.
You and Tanner could partner up because he loves the zoo and he would be amazing at that job. So you both should move to South Carolina. We'll open up a coffee shop and you and Tanner can be.
Dude, yes. Well, if you guys come to Nebraska ever, Omaha is like the world's best zoo.
That San Diego Zoo and Omaha Zoo, like every year, kind of jump each other for the best zoo in the U.S.
But let me know and I'd gladly take you guys on a tour.
It's
we
fun.
find ourselves in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd ever own a coffee shop, but I will say my favorite coffee comes from a coffee shop on Long Island, and it's a little coffee shop I've never been to. I used to order before shipping costs went really high, but I love their coffee.
I was so confused. I'm like, you've never been there, but it's your favorite. But I get it. You ordered the coffee.
Yeah.
Yep. That tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
It's funny. I mean, I must be around you guys a lot. I knew exactly your
Well, we
go-tos.
also talked about it
Yeah,
yesterday a
true.
little bit, but
I'll be planning like a trip. I'm like, hey, me and my family are gonna go to Indianapolis. Ashley's like, you got to go to that zoo.
yeah, because you can touch a shark.
Yeah, she knows everything about the zoos. So
I do love a zoo.
yeah. You mentioned Tanner. So for those that are watching our show, Tanner's pretty famous. Can you kind of give us a little background on how somebody might know where he's from, and then we're going to kind of dive into some other things there.
Yeah, so my older brother Tanner, he's 2 years older than me, 3 years ago was on the second season of Love on the Spectrum. So he's on the autism spectrum, and Love on the Spectrum kind of showcases what it's like to date as someone with autism. So he's on the second season, and then we went on Kelly Clarkson, which he also, I feel like, got a lot of I I guess, fame from that.
Yeah.
We got to meet Jack Black.
Oh, cool.
And then he was just on the most recent season as well. And then we went back to Kelly Clarkson, and we've kind of built up his social media on TikTok and Instagram and that kind of thing. So that's where people would know him.
Mhm.
Or if you're just a big Clemson
Yeah.
Tiger fan, you might know him.
Well, and you guys just got back from the Netflix awards, right?
Yes, and he won the biggest ray of sunshine. Which
Yes,
was
that
so-
is so well deserved.
Mhm.
yes. Everyone there was so amazing too. Like we
Mhm.
we didn't know what to expect. You know, it's a bunch of like Netflix stars. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, we're from the South. We don't really know.
Yeah.
But everyone was really, really kind. It was a cool experience.
No, like
That's awesome.
me and my husband are always like when we watch, we're like, but what about Tanner? When's Tanner gonna be back on the episode? Like we love him. He's so funny.
Well, thank you for supporting. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I go on tangents. Side note: my wife was she's a preschool teacher, half regular ed, half special ed. But before she went into preschool, she was in a what they titled a severe and profound. It was a room for students with autism.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think the first season of that show must have come out, Live on the Spectrum, and she had texted me, which she never really texted me about shows. She's not a big TV person. She's like, "Oh my gosh, this show is amazing. These people have so much, background of their lives to share," and so we binged the seasons.
That's amazing. I love that. Y'all need to your audience would probably like this too. Like we're trying to open other doors for Tanner as well. Like, you know, Love on the Spectrum has been amazing, but like what else can we do? And we've seen like so many teachers like you guys who work with students with autism just kind of gravitate towards him. And he came and read to my classroom of first graders last year.
Oh my
Literally 80
God.
first graders were like entranced in like what he was reading. And he's
Yeah.
about autism and what it's like to STEM and how to treat someone with autism. So we started him a YouTube channel where he's going to do
Yes.
read alouds for people and like kind of start with a question and read books. And we don't know where that's going to go, but definitely look out for his YouTube page because he's going to do read alouds and things like that.
Yeah,
So,
we'll link that in the description in our video so that
Yeah.
people can get to that. That's awesome.
Well, and while we're on the topic of like Tanner's growth, I do think too, like if he would ever want to come on and talk about like his school journey and like kind of what that was like for him and now how he's given back, and like doing read alouds and helping in your classroom, that would be awesome.
yeah, we can definitely work that
Yeah.
out. We love that.
And then one other thing before we get actually into actual teacher questions, but I just want to talk about like the way that you and your family talk with Tanner, especially like I know it's showcased on the show, but like you see it in the interactions, like you guys do so much to like also promote his independence. And I think that that's not something that is always shown or talked about because it's always talked about like how supportive and how high needs, and like how it just really changes the dynamic of a family. But you guys do such an amazing job of like fostering his independence and talking about his feelings. And I just want to say, like, as a sped teacher who works with like right now currently all students with autism, it really gives me hope and like helps me realize like, no, it's okay to like let them struggle and help them build that independent part.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that came through Clemson Life, the college program that he did. He just gained so much independence there on like living alone and having a job and learning how to grocery shop and all that. So we got to see a lot of independence through those 4 years, him kind of growing that. But it is interesting, like having a sibling with a special need, like kind of finding that balance between like, I'm here to support you and help you, but also you need to do it on your own. It's that when I'm not here, you can figure it out. Yeah. And just kind of providing that support and helping him figure out how to think through it. You know,
100%.
always kind of like, let's go back and let's figure out, why do we feel this way? What is that stemming from? All that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanner has auditory processing disorder, which is really his big thing. Like he does really well when someone's face to face with him and talking slower. So that's why we kind of like when we go on podcasts and stuff, we always ask that like me or my mom could go with him.
Yeah, for sure.
To just be able to have one of us there,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So thanks for saying that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. But now we can get into our actual, we call it our like lesson for the day.
Okay.
So staying on that kind of similar note, How has growing up with Tanner impacted how you are teaching in your classroom or interacting with students on the day-to-day? What things have you kind of chose to pull through with, or like naturally just enforced in your classroom?
Yeah, I think since I was young, I've had like very strong maternal instincts and I think just growing up with him. And it has made me much more aware, not only in the classroom, but just in life, of people who are different and who learn differently and act differently, and just given me some empathy. But I was just on the Get Your Teach On podcast with Hope and Wade King, and they're so awesome. I love them. And I was telling them, like, with Tanner, I really, especially in the past couple of years, like, me and him are each other's comfort people. Just, I think we lived near each other during college, and he helped me out last year so much. And we just do like comfort each other and communicate really well. And for him, I can meet him with like, okay, calmness, like everything's okay. But then in my classroom last year, I had a lot of high behaviors, and I did not meet my students with that reaction. I feel like I was very reactive to them, and I'm like, well, why are you not doing what I told you to do? Why are you not? So it's something that I've been aware of and trying to kind of like think about this summer of how can I meet my students this year with calm energy and not be reactive to them the way that I'm not reactive to Tanner. Like, I don't know why it comes naturally to me for him. I can just be like, okay, he's dealing with this, but I'm going to stay and be that neutral person. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
that does. Well, I'm honestly very similar in that way, where like my students will like hit me or something, and I can just like, okay, it's fine. But it like if I'm in the hallway and there's a gen ed student that would like do that or say something, I would be like, no, thank you. Like, I don't know if I just can look at my kiddos and be like, you know, like you do have some form of a disability where like it's hard for you to process these feelings. Yeah. But like for typical kids, it's like, well, you should know better sometimes.
Yeah, which is, it's like bad that we should like assume that, because I mean, when they're young, they don't know how to emotionally regulate. That's a part of teaching that I'm like, I didn't think about that before I went in, that like I'm not only teaching them the content, like I'm helping them to learn like how to process their emotions. Yeah. You know, which is such a huge part of teaching. And I'm like, oh, I don't exactly know how to do that, but
yeah.
Like asking the questions, what are you feeling? Why are you feeling? And they're like, I don't know. You know, that, and that's, I think, Ashley, you were saying how, you know, in your classroom, it's one way, out of your classroom. I think like too, you know, understanding that communication comes in all forms, and just having that understanding in the back of your mind, like, okay, this situation's happening. What is trying to be communicated here? What am I always turn it back on myself. What am I missing? Yeah. In this interaction. So.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Our next question we had. So again, these kind of are all naturally flowing together, which is awesome. What experiences or strategies do you wish more people knew about when they are teaching or just interacting with someone who has autism? What are some things you wish more people knew?
It's a good question. I think like the advice that Tanner always gives people, because people always ask Tanner, what advice would you give to teachers? He always says like patience, which I think for me, like teaching in a gen ed classroom, I want to focus on slowing down this year of like, you don't have to be in such a rush. Like, let's make sure everyone is safe and everyone feels safe and comfortable before we keep moving. And it's okay to kind of like go backwards a little bit sometimes. So I think I'll say this more clear, but I think slowing down and having patience, and then like you're saying, communication of like getting on their level, even just like lowering yourself, like your body, and making good eye contact is so important. You know, we're bigger than them, and yes. Feel more safe if we're on their level. But I also didn't have like special education training because I'm a gen ed, so I feel like you guys probably would have more to say on that. And the things that I do with Tanner, I feel like just naturally come just because I've learned him.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Like, I was looking for a gen ed class to teach. So I didn't go through, during my normal schooling, I didn't go through the special ed training. But really? I don't want to turn this, but I was a sign language interpreter for 10 years. And you,
So what? That's awesome.
yeah, you had mentioned that Tanner went to, you said Clemson life and learned how to like shop and stuff. So one of the things I did during the summers, I had a student who had Down syndrome and was also deaf, and I would go and meet with him, and we would go to the grocery store, ride public transit, go to the movies, just do life things. So when you said that, it kind of hit me like, oh, that's kind of similar. So I didn't necessarily get that those classes of SPED, but like our year 13 program was what it was called, because it was students who graduated high school but could stay through 20 until they're 21.
Yeah.
Autism,
awesome.
Down syndrome, all of the stuff there. So
And those years, I feel like, are just hard for someone. Like when you're done with high school, and it's like, okay, what's next? For a lot of people, there's that gap of like, we don't know where to go.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
absolutely.
Well, and I feel like you go through all of your school career with all this support and this whole team of people, like your IEP team, helping plan out their life. And then it's like, okay, you graduated. Like, you don't necessarily know what those other resources are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big leap off of the cliff, like into the unknown.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, how you talked about like teaching kids like about feelings and stuff. We have the luxury of like when SPED, you can have a social skills time.
Yeah.
But when you're in the gen ed setting, it's like, okay, yeah, maybe we're working on math, but right now you're really not regulated. So being able to find that balance of like incorporating that into your day to day, I think would be so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We always talk about how, like, people are like, oh, SPED teachers, you got so much. But like, I look at a gen ed teacher, I'm like, oh, you got like 20 to 30 kiddos in there.
Mm-hmm.
And where my natural is like, okay, let's take time and work through this. You got 25 other students ready to continue with math.
Yeah.
You have one or two that's dysregulated, but then the rest
Yeah.
are like, oh, let's go. Like, you
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
and it's like, huh? Teaching, like y'all are saints. Teaching all of us, I'm like, it's so hard.
Yes.
Yes.
People don't realize,
How many kids do you have in your class? Like, what's your class size like?
So my first grade classroom, I taught first grade last year, and I had 20. I kind of had some come in, some come out, but right around 20.
Okay.
I think I had 21, and then I had 19.
Mm-hmm.
I think I ended the year with 19, actually.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. That's what is ours? About mid-20s in our district.
Yeah. Just kind of depends.
Yeah, on the grade level.
We're one of the bigger schools in the district too,
Yeah.
I think.
I think our district is the 4th or 5th biggest district in the state of Iowa.
Wow.
So that's not saying
Yeah,
a ton.
There's only what 4 high schools if you count the private
Yeah.
one in Sioux City, but
How many sections of like 3rd grade teachers are there?
This year, this is crazy. I grew up in St. Matthews in a school where like I had 24 people in my entire class
Oh, wow.
from kindergarten to 12th grade. The school that I'm teaching at this year, the new school, I will be the 7th 3rd grade teacher. Isn't that
Holy.
crazy?
that's insane. So
That's
that's
a lot of
yeah.
kids.
So you have a much bigger.
Yes, which I like. I'm really excited about it. It's a beautiful school, but even like to plan, like I'm gonna have someone to plan. I'm planning math this year. Like I'll have someone to do that with.
Mm-hmm.
Second year teacher and my first time planning math, I'm excited to have that support,
Yeah.
and that kind of thing, and people to just collaborate with. So it'll be interesting though to be in such a big school.
Yeah, for sure.
You had to go from your personal experience of such a small,
Yeah.
knowing everybody to, wow, boy, that's large.
That's a lot of kids.
So
We have 4 sections of 3rd grade.
Well, yeah.
Well,
It's closer to 5 because they flip flop.
Oh, yes.
so
Yeah,
I was
go
going to
ahead.
say we're in a dual language elementary school. So our kids get half their day in English and then they switch over to a Spanish classroom and get all the same instruction in Spanish.
that is so awesome. So do you guys speak Spanish?
Oh no.
No.
Thankfully, the special ed doesn't have to come in Spanish, so we don't actually have to know it, but it would be very beneficial.
I want to learn Spanish. My family, like my cousins and aunts and uncles, just moved to Guatemala to be full-time missionaries. So I'm like, I gotta learn Spanish so I can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I
How
think
cool for those kids.
our school, so where we are English and Spanish, I'm going to get the number wrong, but it's in the high teens of how many different languages we have represented within our school.
Okay, so my school this year too, they have like flags all over the lunchroom, and I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, it's to represent all the different countries within the school. So I'm gonna have like 6 or 7 MLs, I think, this year,
Yeah.
Wow.
which I'm really excited about. I think it's cool. It'll add like a cool aspect to the classroom.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's neat.
It's a lot of fun, and it's just fun hearing the kids either talk in their different languages or just about them and hearing how like English is like their second, third, fourth language.
Yeah,
It's
even
crazy.
for like your kids who are from Iowa, you know, to be able to meet them and share those experiences, it kind of broadens their perspective. It's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to ask the next
Oh, I
question
can.
portion?
We usually don't have questions this scripted out, but we were like, we have a little bit shorter of a time. Usually we run very long, but are there any experiences or insights that you feel like you've gained from Tanner's experience on Love on the Spectrum and kind of that community that you guys have built with the other families that you think you'll be taking into your classroom this school year?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I've always been around diverse
Mm-hmm.
people groups and a special needs community. Like Tanner went to a high school that was centered towards people with learning disabilities, and so I've kind of been exposed to that a lot. Um, yeah, and just like I said earlier, just like being aware and more empathetic to different learners and that kind of thing, I definitely take in. But I don't know specifically about like the cast or anything. We love everyone else that's on the Love on the Spectrum cast, but I don't know anything specific for the classroom, I guess.
Okay, yeah. I do feel like the show does a really good job. Like when I first started working predominantly with like students with autism, I would try to explain it to my husband, and I'm like, it's almost like different flavors. Like, yes, everybody has like autism in my room, but everyone acts so differently. It's not like a very like set. And I think the show does such a good job of showing the different like flavors or like different ways that it impacts people's life.
Such a broad spectrum.
Yes.
And it's so funny to watch. Like Tanner and Connor are very, very different, and they're very into different things. And so we didn't know, like, okay, like, are they going to connect? Are they going to have things to talk about? And it is the craziest thing. Like Connor will be talking about his swords and all the facts that he knows. And Tanner, who doesn't really care about swords, he likes dinosaurs or gorillas. He is just so like into it. You know, I feel like
Yeah.
they make good friends and good buddies. So it's fun to watch all of them interact, you know?
Yes.
That's funny. I was scrolling Tanner's TikTok and found he was giving the tour around his apartment.
Yeah.
And the gorilla photo, he was, of course, there's the gorillas. I think that those pictures are so cool.
He's obsessed. He's always loved gorillas. It was one of his like fixations when he was little.
That's awesome. So kind of just, I guess, kind of going on the staying on the teaching track here. What is your favorite thing about teaching? Like, there could be so many, but if you just had to pull out one thing, you're going into your second year teaching, like you said, but what is your favorite thing about teaching?
I think the small little moments where you like really get to laugh with your kiddos, even like later into the year where you're kind of like, oh, like we really know each other, you know, and my kids like know me and know how I run. Those like tiny little laughing moments. And I love mornings. Like that's something I really want to focus on this year is just having like a slow morning. Like and my kids are just trickling in. So like that part of my day, I'm already an early riser, but I love being like, good morning and just setting the tone for them. And they're the most calm in the morning.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
so that's one of my favorite parts is just like getting to start the day with them. And I usually last year we started with some kind of like question of like, how was your weekend? Or what do you feel about this? And kind of getting to know their little personalities before we jump into content and that kind of thing.
Yeah, mornings make a big difference and a huge impact on the kids' day. At our school especially, they have a lot of the teachers waiting in like the main area walk in, and so they're greeting all the kids as they come in. And then yeah, similar to you, I'll have my kids share about their weekend or something about the night before we actually get started with a lesson. It's so fun.
I know, it's just sweet like little time, you know.
Yeah, it's like, and it's building that trust. it works in all realms. I used to sell real estate for a while. In one of our
Thing.
yeah,
We've done so
I've done a
many
lot.
jobs.
But one of the sayings we had was people will work with you if they like and trust you.
Yeah.
And that fits in the classroom too. Like you got to build that trust. You can't expect them to just digest all the curriculum and perform on all the tests if they don't trust that you're genuine and that you're actually there for them.
Yeah. It's like that quote that's like, people won't care what you say unless they know that you care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know if that's exactly right, but very.
That's the gist. I lost it. I had one. It'll come back to me. Oh, what time? It's already back. What time do you guys start school in the morning? You said you're a morning person.
Last year I think I had to grab my kids at 7:40, but I would have to be there at like 7:30. I think.
How late do you go in the afternoon?
We're done at 2:30.
Oh, that would be nice though.
If you have morning duty, then you're there at 7. So like once a week, I would have to be there at 7, and I would hold all the first graders in my classroom, and then the other first grade teachers would come grab them at 7:40. Okay. What about you guys?
So our teachers have to be there by 8.
Mm-hmm.
The school day starts at 8:25.
No, 8:35.
8:35.
8:30.
And the reason why I don't really know this is we are such morning people as well. Our school doesn't allow us to get in any earlier than 6 a.m. And often I'm waiting or pulling into the parking lot right at 6. And
crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We have our 2-hour morning. Usually my first hour I don't really mingle much. I prep for the day, and then like that 7 to 8 hour is more of that catching up. How's it going? But then
social hour for sure.
3:40 is our dismissal, and we're out.
Bye.
We put the morning time in.
I know. I gotta like find that balance. I feel like last year, at the beginning of the year, I'm like getting there early and I'm staying really late. Like, and I feel like that's kind of inevitable. August, September, like you're just gonna have to be there a lot and you're working. But then by the spring at 3:00, I was like, all right, see y'all later. I gotta go have my own life. I gotta figure out my gym schedule too. Like if I want to do the gym in the morning or in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Thing. I can't believe y'all get there so early. Like that is wild.
Yeah. I cannot function during the day, like to actually plan. Like I can put data in during the day, but like to actually plan and prep things, I feel like my brain is way too scattered. So that's
you guys are pretty good. It sounds like you have really good community at your school, like within the teachers. Like
yes.
That's so important, having people to just laugh with and be like, okay, you're in the classroom and you're exhausted and so much happens throughout the day. So having people around you that can be that good community.
The teachers at our school are so supportive. You can go to anyone for anything, and even our admin.
I was going to say.
They're amazing.
It starts at the top. And about every episode we've done, we've had to go on a tangent about our administration. But that's because our principal, Maria, and our assistant principal, Dr. Deemer, they're there for us. And
amazing.
Having worked in other districts, not to put any districts down because there's not been any bad, but there's never been any other school that I've been a part of where I could be like, these principals have my back, and no matter what, and even if I'm in the wrong, they're going to have my back, and then they're going to help me correct it. It's been.
Well, I feel like they're also really good, like, proponents of having that work-life balance, because it is really easy to get so involved in teaching and stay there early to late and always be doing that. And they always are like, no, you do what you have to do. Like, they never question you when you have an appointment or anything like that.
They don't pressure you to respond to emails outside of your contract hours.
If anything, they apologize if you do respond.
Yeah. Our assistant principal is notorious for sending emails at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and she's like never ever respond. She's like, but that's like I had a thought and I had to get up and get that thought out, and it's so funny.
Wow, that's awesome that y'all have such supportive admin.
Yeah, we're super lucky in that aspect, I feel like. I feel like you touched on it a little bit earlier, but what kind of made you decide to go into teaching?
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I was always babysitting. I've always loved kids. I've always wanted to be a mom. I babysat and nannied all through high school, college, middle school, all that. So I've always wanted to be a teacher. So, and honestly though, like last year I was going to quit in December. I was like, I'm done. I cannot do this. But I'm giving it another year, another try. But there's so much of teaching that you just don't think about from the outside,
Yes.
even in college, that kind of thing. But I've always wanted to be a teacher. So
That's awesome.
That's so relevant. December, Beth,
literally,
especially December came, and it was just like, is Beth gonna? Is she gonna be here today? Like, we gotta call Beth.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure everything's okay.
Well, in your first year of
Yeah.
teaching, like
Yeah.
you did quit mid-year.
the first year of teaching, and it's like really, even I'm only a second year teacher, but it's like you can't even necessarily give like a ton of advice. It's just like, hang on, put your head down, use the resources. Like I mooched off other teachers so bad who would just help me and be like, here, this is like what you can use this resource, you can use this plan or whatever. Because your first year teacher, you just don't know, and you over prep certain things that you're not going to use, but then you under prep other things, and you definitely learn a lot your first year teaching. I feel like
It's full on survival mode your first year.
Yes.
Yep, you have. It's like every 5 days is like a good refresher. It's like, oh yeah, I do really love it. Or like little things throughout the day. It's like, okay, we like the job. It's gonna be okay. I can see the other side.
So much self-talk, like, okay, you can do this, you got this, you got this.
Yeah.
But then I really just felt like it was never going to end. Like November time, I was like, I'm never going to get out of this. This is horrible. And then by like April, you're like, wait, summer's coming. Like it's almost here. Like that, the spring is really, it does fly by. And then you get summers off and you're like, oh, okay. Like we work really, really hard when we work hard, and I still work throughout the summer, but you get those nice breaks, which is good.
Yep. I wanted to, and the girls might say you're jumping one, but you've mentioned going to the gym, and one of the things, how does fitness fit into your family? Ashley's mentioned that
Your dad is so jacked.
My dad okay, so my dad was a bodybuilder in college. So he literally, from like the time I was born, like has been just weights, and my mom has always really been into fitness. She's always done some kind of fitness instructing, whether it was like, I don't know what they used to do in the old days, like not the old days, but when
Jazzercise.
you know, like the step stuff. Where you're like,
yeah.
She was that lady, and like they were always doing triathlons, and my dad like was doing kayaks for a while, and then road bikes and all that. And so we've always been like a sporty, athletic family. But then last year, my first year teaching, I really fell into the gym as like my therapy, honestly. Like I would go to school all day. I love a slow morning like you. Like I'm an early riser, but I like to like get up, read my Bible, drink my coffee, set the tone for the day. And then after school, I would go to the gym for at least an hour and just decompress. It really was like where I chilled. So yeah, my whole family is very, very active people. My brothers played sport. Tanner didn't, but I guess he ran cross country. But fitness is a big part of our family, yeah.
How big is your family?
So I have mom, dad, Taylor's the oldest sister, Tanner, me, and then our little brother Maverick, who's going to be a freshman in college this year.
Okay, cool.
But we grew up, we had like the perfect childhood, like Friday Night Lights, literally like my family and then my grandparents right across the field, and then my aunt and uncle and our 7 cousins were right there.
Oh, fun.
So we're very, very close, and we grew up very blessed, like on the farm all together.
Awesome. So did you play sports?
Yep, I did basketball and volleyball up until like 9th grade, and then all through high school, I did softball, cheerleading, and cross country.
Okay, cool.
We got a college basketball player.
I was
Ashley.
on the team.
She was on
I
the
feel
team.
like you can't really be like star player, and it was NAIA.
Girl, take it.
And a college cheerleader. Beth was a cheerleader in college.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. And then ASL.
ASL. Yeah, and I coach. You know, what do they say? Those that can't do coach. I coach.
Those that can't do coach.
Literally though, like if you went through your past jobs, your resume would be like this.
Oh, it's pretty.
Like,
Yeah. I wanted to try lots of things, but the thing is, education always pulled me back in. And but no, I coach. I'm the head girls soccer coach, and then I'm an assistant girls basketball coach. And then for 4 years, I coached an assistant coach for football. So
That's crazy too. Like, I feel like as a teacher, like I leave, after school, I'm like, all right, I'm done. But the people who are coaching and staying there until the wee hours, and then you got to come back the next morning and be ready to go. I'm like, props to y'all. That's
Yes.
I just talked about that on the last episode because we talked a little bit about coaching, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready yet. Like, it would be really fun to help little cheerleaders, but I'm not sure I have the patience and like the kindness in me after a school day to go do that for another hour
Not
or two.
after a school day. I'm so
No.
mean after school.
Literally, especially there in the beginning in the fall, like I just feel like no one talk to me. Like just
Yeah.
let me be myself. I thought I was such a nice, like gentle, patient person. And then I started teaching and I was like, geez, like I'm really not so nice.
Yeah.
yeah, it's draining.
Well, I had to like actually raise my voice at a student for the first time ever last year, and I think I went into Tyler's room
Yeah.
like almost in tears.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
like, I had to be mean.
Isn't it so funny? Like when we're stern with them, not like yelling's not always the best thing, but
Yeah.
like, when it's almost like the more stern and tough I am on them, the next day or like 30 minutes later they come in like, I love you so much, Miss Smith. Like
Yes.
they see that you care and that you're gonna hold them accountable. So that was something I was too easy on them in the beginning. I need to like go in this year and be like, okay, these are the expectations, and I know you can do it, and be tough because
Well, and
they need
it's
it. They need that structure.
It's
know?
so hard to like go backwards. Like if you start out lax, yeah,
It's pretty much
game over.
Dang it, they know I'm a softie.
Yeah, those expectations being like, hey, I expect you to do this because I know you can do this. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to help you. You're going to help me. Like we're a team.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Should we do remember your why?
Yeah.
I think
So, one segment that we do at the end of every episode is called Remember Your Why. And we just have our guests share why you keep coming back to teaching, why you stay in it. Just because that's really like a quote that I feel like I personally just dislike it because I feel like a lot of times it's like something bad happened, but remember why you do it. No. So if you will share kind of your why behind teaching.
Somebody else asked me this, and I don't have a why. I just always want to do it.
Yeah.
I think my why for showing up, my relationship with the Lord and like my faith, like I always want to show up every day and be consistent in their lives just because they're kids and I love people. And so that's like probably a big piece of my why I come every day and try to have a good attitude. It's just like God tells us like to love people and go do that. And partly like last year, part of my why was just like, all right, I said yes to this. I went to college for this. Like we're going to just show up and give it our best. And I come from a family that's like, you say yes to something, you're going to do it. So
100%.
that's probably a good answer, but honestly, like, okay, like this is my job. And like, I have to show up every day with 100% and be ready to go, and give them my all.
And I feel like that is actually a really big thing. Like you're not making it seem like that big a deal, but for a lot of our kids, they just need to see someone showing up, ready to go, ready to support them, and just love on them all throughout the day.
And you really don't know, like last year I taught in a Title I school, so a lot of my kids were lived in pretty high poverty areas. You just don't know what's going on at home. And for a lot of kids, like you are the consistent thing in their life. You are the thing that can kind of set the tone for their day. And I remember my first grade teacher and my third grade teacher. So it's like remembering like, okay, you're having a huge impact on their life. But also like, I feel like I kind of went too far last year of like if I yelled at a kid or I feel like I made a mistake, I was like, I'm ruining their life or whatever. And it's like, kids are can give so much grace too.
Yes, 100%. It's really hard, I think, to find that balance, especially like your first couple of years. I just switched positions. This will be like my third year in my self-contained room. And even then, it's like, I feel like you take on so much of the kid and just trying to be able to like care about them, but not take on like their stress and their everything. It's really hard.
Sorry, there's sirens.
Oh my gosh, no, you're fine.
Oh no, I completely agree. It's hard to find that balance.
Yeah. Well,
This has been
This
awesome.
has been
Yeah.
awesome.
I really appreciate you taking time to talk with us today.
Yes.
It was fun getting to know you.
I know,
Yeah,
it's like we're so tiny of a little like podcast.
Yeah.
It's not even like we have a huge following.
No.
Like
amazing. I think we need more. Even though teaching was so hard for me last year, and I honestly did fall into a lot of that, like quit talk and
Yeah.
like teaching sucks, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if that's filling our brains constantly, then of course you're going to walk in the morning and be like, this sucks. But like in teaching, it's such a like high stress and kind of, hard jobs. Like we need to just giggle about it and talk about the hard things, but also like, let's focus on the really good things and remember our why and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's amazing that y'all are doing this and that you're in a resource classroom. Like I thought about going into special education, and then just because it's been my whole life, I decided I didn't want to do that. But y'all are truly amazing. And like coming from a family who has raised someone with a special need, like y'all are having a huge impact on not just the kids that you're interacting with, but the families as well. So thank you guys for what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah.